Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. And my feet have come too far for you to tie 'em to the ground. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at. They turn it back around. Can't stop me.
Well, good evening and welcome to the Psychic Coffee Shop from apparently the third world nation.
Oh, come on. We're just, dealing with like a water problem.
Yes,
It's been less
a
than
water
24
problem, a cable problem, an internet problem, a power problem. Is it Tuesday? It is going
Basically,
to occur.
Welcome to West Virginia. It is Tuesday. We have a water problem. Yeah. Frontier is still here.
This
Suddenly
is not
did
the
change
Frontier
its name.
anymore.
Well, Suddenly finally changed its name, though.
Yeah, to Optimus.
Yeah, that was great when it, like, literally we finished the show Friday and our internet cut out.
Yeah.
Wow, the moment that was.
Well, I posted a graphic on my Facebook page. 5 planets are in retrograde, and we're going into a Mercury in retrograde. Can I just say it? Fuck!
Yeah, basically.
Start booking your appointments now.
What, at a bomb shelter?
A resort somewhere far away from other humans.
Okay, so just go to Lewisburg and then stay at the what is it? I never can.
Greenbrier.
Greenbrier. Thank you. They have a bunker. Stay in the bunkers. They allow that, right?
They allow that. Of course, Oak Hill's got a water problem, but also Jacksonville, Mississippi, you've got bad water also. Even worse, your city ran out of water to give you.
Oops. Well, apparently they got that fixed, didn't they? Like, they ran out of bottled water, but it sounded like they got on that pretty quick and went, oops.
I don't understand why they're not bringing truckers in. Like, Oak Hill brought tankers in. We've been under, we went under a boil water advisory. They've been under one since late July. And they're quickly making moves, but the city did not have enough bottled water for the residents. If you haven't noticed, your bottled water supply has been very low in most stores. We were blaming it on crappy West Virginia.
Well, yeah, but that's been going on kind of all through the panini.
Yes.
And a lot of that has different reasons everywhere from, just the problems with shipping and transportation and trucking and moving stuff from place to place. And,
right.
Yeah. Manufacturing and you name it, there's a problem.
But this is a problem that was brought up 20 years ago. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and here's the reality. Like, I do have to have some appreciation for a panini. And its ability to throw a spotlight on, like, the critical infrastructure problems that we have. We knew were coming. We have a 100-year-old water system. We have a nearly as old or older electric system. I mean, welcome to the United States. Like, we really failed at reinvesting in our infrastructure. 100-year-old bridges and septic systems, and we've just been kind of coasting this for the last century.
Right.
And no one really built these systems to be 100.
Yeah, they built them for 50 years. They were supposed to last a generation. We're now going on 100, 2 generations, 3 generations, 4 generations. So these are problems we're dealing with.
Yeah, so like the city of Oak Hill, something tells me, when was Oak Hill settled?
I think it was in the 1800s.
Come on, you didn't have a 1820. So, yeah, pretty good bet that water main that keeps breaking down on Euler Avenue is probably 100 years old.
Yeah.
Or older.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing's true of Princeton.
Mm-hmm.
There's right there on Courthouse Road in Princeton, West Virginia. If we have a water main break, I'll tell you where it's at.
Right.
I can point to it because it keeps breaking.
Yep. Because they keep
fix
not fixing it.
Yep.
So these are things that we have to deal with, and this is why we're late. But it's kind of interesting. A lot of news is coming out about Humpty Dumpty Fuckstick. And the statement from the DOJ going, it's almost inevitable that he will be indicted. Then we have Lady Bug popping his mouth up and going, oh, there'll be riots in the streets. Yeah.
Welcome to Tuesday. Oh, yeah. And then there's a horrible news. Well, there's a sad news.
There's a sad news. A world leader that had balls passed away.
Yes, the man who ended the Cold War, Mikhail Gorbachev, has passed at 91.
Which is inevitable. The other person on the side of the table, Ronald Reagan, has been passed away for a number of years.
True. But I mean, like, that was the end of the Cold War. That was the end of the Soviet Union because he was the last leader of the Soviet Union.
Right.
That's and he had quite a experience.
He had a lot of experience with dealing with foreign powers. He had a lot of experience in dealing with stuff. But he was also, I say, fairly brave for changing the way his government operated to get it into the global thing before it collapsed.
Mm-hmm. Well, and just seeing the writing on the wall that, like, this doesn't work.
Right.
Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of hope that it would be a stark reminder, maybe to Putin, to
how old is Putin?
70s? Is he? No, late 60s, I think.
He is 69.
There we go. I was having that moment, like, I think he's 70, and then I went, no, I don't think he is.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have some people to say hi to.
We do. Hello, Emily. How are you? Miss Brenda, how are you, darling? Hope you're doing wonderful. Looking forward to seeing you here soon.
Shannon.
Miss Shannon, nice to see you clapping in. Nikki, hello. Hello, Mini Todd. Are we planning the Ice Cream Brigade and Lollipop Central, or what are we doing?
He has a prescription.
Awesome.
He has a prescription. Dude was down for it when he found out he got a prescription.
Awesome.
Like, yes.
Is it one carton per day or one flavor per week?
Actually, unlimited. I believe that was all he could eat. Correct me if I'm wrong, Emily. I think that's what I found out. Was that it was literally unlimited.
Right.
Like, all he can imagine. So we're glad he had that appointment, and hopefully this does get everything fixed. Yes, the surgeon promised Minimont that he would write him a prescription for unlimited popsicles and ice cream.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'd be ordering the good ones. And the parents have to feel it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now be wary of nuts, caramels, hard candies.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it. I'm there because, like, it's the first thing that pops in your head because I have not had my tonsils or adenoids out. Like, I still have mine.
So do I. I'm a very complete human.
Really? I thought you had tubes in your ears.
No,
No. Okay.
no. I've had plastic surgery and there's tubes in my
Oh.
face.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, he got real excited after that and said, I'll take that trade. Good deal, good deal. Hey Donna. But yeah, he likes any type of ice cream popsicles. He is pro anything icy and sugary. Yes.
Good. Just
Oh.
watch that. All
Mm.
right. So apparently there's been some movement in the Dow futures. Is the market rally finished? Of course, Dow really took a turn down when Biden made some adjustments to the student loans.
Mhm.
And then we looked at, return reports and they were really bad.
Mhm.
However, it came back up quickly. But I'm going to warn you, I would not be sinking every bit into the stock market. I would be holding it in real, investing your 3.5% and letting it grow.
Mhm.
Because here's the facts. If you are a short-term day investor, you're having a panic attack. If you're a long gamer, you're looking at this going, maybe I need to buy some more of IVG. Or maybe I need to invest a little bit extra in XME, which is the mining, which is metals and mining.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. But don't be listening to the bird is falling.
Yeah. Oh, I did see an interesting news article today.
You did.
I did. Speaking of like tech stocks and such. So rumored. So yeah, about a year ago, heading into the Apple launch of the iPhone 13, there was talk that the new smartphone models would be able to send text messages and make calls via satellite services when other connections aren't available. So yeah, this all came out of an analyst with the Taiwan-based securities firm TF International, and it included the possibility that Apple could partner with Global Star on the service. And then, as it happened, Apple didn't announce any satellite connectivity deal with Global Star or anyone else for the iPhone 13. So it looks like they're already starting to speculate on the 14 that maybe the 15 or the 16 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like what? Like I read that and I'm just sitting here going, "Are we there yet?" Like I remember when people having a satellite phone meant you were either the ultimate in rich douchebag, or you actually did something that required that. Like you were visiting like the middle of literal nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you spent extreme amounts of time. And
Right.
like, if you need a phone, this is the only choice you have.
Well, I like a satellite phone, especially a double-sided encrypted one. But yeah, there's been rumor that Apple was going to be able to do this. However, as we know, SpaceX and T-Mobile said, "Oh, hold our beer."
True.
They
I
made
wonder.
the announcement.
Yeah. I just wonder though. Is that the next like is Apple just sitting back waiting to see how Starlink goes and then they'll just like we'll add that. Thank you.
Well, Starlink's been very interesting. It's been nice to me moving forward too. So you've got to balance that.
I guess I'm mentally having the moment of, are we on the verge of the death of oh, someone help me out. Terrestrial communications, and we're literally going to throw it to the stars
To
like run the world. We're just we're going to get on the internet with the satellites. We're going to be watching TV through satellites, which we technically already basically do. And then our phone communications are going to be satellite based. Like, is that where we're at? Ooh, I'm getting a tarot reading on that one. Shit.
Yeah.
Ashley, where are you? You need to be here for this.
Let's do some global conversation, shall we?
Okay.
Let's clarify
Hey,
some
Charlie.
facts. Now, if you are making a phone call out of your local area, you're already technically being transmitted through satellite.
Yeah, long distance. Well,
international long distance. If you're
don't we still
calling
use the
England,
transatlantic cable though?
yeah, for like secure government communication, not for you to make a dinner date for next Thursday in Paris.
Really?
Really?
That's kind of sad. We spent a lot of money on that fucking cable.
Well, that was so that we could infuse money after the First World War and also the Second World War.
Okay, fine. But still, it was expensive.
All right. So looking at the cell phone satellite communication, that is going to be very limiting because I think it's basically going to be text messages at this point. I'm going to lay it out there. Are we looking at the death of terror or anything? No. However, we're going to have people throwing money at it. Like, ooh, this is a good idea. Let's invest.
Oh,
we're also
up.
not fully understanding the level of communication yet. All right. We do have a lot of stress and worry over communication in general being piped to the satellite and coming down because it makes it more vulnerable. And we will have traditional people wanting to stick to traditional tin can and string behaviors. People wanting to invest money, I think it's a little too early because you'll have losses. And then we have the wish card, meaning getting what you want, meaning that the option will be made available. And yes, Terra, anything, is on the verge of change.
Nice. So the one thing I should have mentioned with that as well is I actually do have a couple of dollars through Cash App in Global Star.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those companies that kind of intrigues me.
Well, isn't that the one the Queen is backing?
I don't know. Like Global Star, I will say it's like horrible investment. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I love the concept of penny stocks, and that's my thing. Because there's just nothing like being able to say like my stock went up 500%.
Right.
So I decided to, I think I bought like, I don't know, $1, $2, $3 worth. So I own like 6 shares or something. It's ridiculous. But anyway, that's what caught me on the article was about Global Star. Because it's really funny when you see a company that's publicly traded linked to Apple in an article in any way, and it like is tanking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, great. Even Apple can't lift this company. But no, anyway, I forgot to mention that, but I should have. So yeah, and speaking of the stars and satellites, I've got another one.
Awesome.
The good news, Voyager 1's telemetry is clear again. The weird, why did it use a dead computer? So this comes from space.com. So NASA's Voyager 1 probe is finally making sense again in its interstellar space. After months of sending junk data about its health to flight controllers on Earth, the 45-year-old Voyager 1, I wasn't even here yet, is once again beaming back clear telemetry data on its status beyond our solar system. So NASA knew the problem was somewhere in the spacecraft's attitude, articulation, and control system, which keeps Voyager 1's antenna pointed at Earth. But it turns out the solution was surprising. Basically, it randomly just started using the dead computer that they knew it had.
Right.
So they're trying to figure out, and what's confusing in this is it never should have used that computer at this point for anything.
Right.
So they're thinking there's a bug in the code.
Well,
that somehow told it to turn that computer back on and start using it. It's an easy fix. It's just at 14.6 billion miles from Earth and growing each day.
I just wonder if it has reached the mechanical universe yet.
The mechanical universe?
Yes, this is for the Star Trek fans.
Okay.
One of the first episodes is called Voyager. And this spacecraft was supposed to leave our solar system, go through a terrible, terrible solar storm, be damaged, found by a robotic universe, repaired, and sent back to Earth.
Aww. It's amazing that, like, 45 years ago, they seriously, like, which, I mean, it was probably a very real concern 45 years ago, is what the hell is this going to turn into? Like, how long will this go before something bad happens?
Right.
Like, and it, like, I'm sure it's been through a lot.
Yeah.
No, it's 10 years into interstellar space. And counting. Let's see. Actually, it entered. Yeah, it is 10 years ago. Or it's 10 years ago it crossed the interstellar space threshold. And then Voyager 2 reached that milestone in 2018. And if you want to learn more about them, of course, you can go to the NASA website, and they have information on that.
And you can begin looking at it. So it's very interesting that, we're now getting telemetry back from the satellite that we thought we lost. Now let's read some. You've got a comment from Shannon to read.
Oh, okay. So my mom used to throw a fit because we didn't know how television waves, computers, and phones really work, like how in total. It does. It just does this. So we're going to keep using it because it's useful. And I was just magic. We don't understand yet, like medicine used to be. And I'd get in trouble. Oh, be glad you weren't in my household. Because let me tell you about my household, okay? I'm out of an engineering family, okay? Mom had a subscription to Popular Mechanics and New Science and a lot of other periodicals. You didn't want to say you didn't know how something worked in my house, because you would get diagrams and have it explained to you in detail. And it's like, okay. Like, my dad taught me how to blow bubbles with bubble gum with a diagram. This is how I learned to blow bubbles with bubble gum, was with a diagram. Because I didn't know how to do it. And so he showed me with the diagram. Oh, Shannon would have gotten a kick out of that growing up in the opposite type of house. Okay, fair enough. But no.
But speaking of space, NASA, we are attempting to our second launch onto the space system, which, God, this rocket looks old, on Saturday with Artemis.
Ooh, yes. Yes. And we actually have a client because there was a Artemis project that actually sent names into space on that rocket. Or on that voyage, excuse me.
Yes.
On that ship. yeah, it was really cool that a lot of people, like they had a whole boarding pass thing for their name, being sent
Mhm.
on that mission. Yeah,
Right.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a cool thing. It was a cool thing. Oh, let's see. Oh, ooh, that's an ugly article. Sorry, he sent me article.
I did.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my.
Yeah. So 1/3 of what is this word? This is why I sent you the article.
So yeah. So Pakistan floods due to monsoon.
Mm-hmm.
So 1/3 of Pakistan is inundated as floods sweep through the country this summer. The catastrophic floods resulting from monsoon rains that began in June are unprecedented in scale and scope. So far, they have affected some 33 million people, about 14% of Pakistan's population, causing death, damage, displacement, and loss, whose effects will be felt for months and years to come. More than 1,000 people have been killed. Agriculture, a mainstay of Pakistan's economy, has become overwhelmed as fields drown. Nearly half the cotton crop has been lost in southern Sindh province, I believe that is. So Pakistan's federal minister for climate change, Sherry Rahman, has called the flooding a crisis of unimaginable proportions, and of Send, which is still bracing for more floods as rivers to the north swell and burst their banks. She tweeted, "The crops are gone, lives ruined, livelihoods wiped out, roads swept away, houses destroyed or barely standing. Where to pump, drain the water? There's water everywhere."
Right. So
So,
we send out good vibes to Pakistan. Of course, this is already a struggling economical situation. It is already a struggling situation in general. For them, of course, they've been dealing with terrorists, and now they're dealing with flooding. And they had caves that could not be exhumed, but apparently had extension cords running through them. Now we're looking at 1/3 of the country. Let's put this into perspective. Most of our listeners to listen to. If we agree that Mississippi, being the halfway point in America, then all the way to the Colorado Rockies is flooded.
yeah.
For these people, and the pictures are just dreadful. I mean, it looks like they're doing everything they can to survive, to maintain life, and their crops are gone. This country deals with a lot of agriculture. There isn't a lot of things they can export other than their cotton, and it is gone. Their homes are gone, their houses are gone. This is
Well, and this is, and it sounds like this is the kind of flooding. It's not a 10-year flood, a 25-year flood, a 50-year flood, or a 100-year flood. This
yeah,
is like 1,000-year flood level.
right,
Like, no one imagines this will ever happen again.
right.
Like, so no one remembers the last time it happened because it was so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
It really is devastating.
Right.
So we definitely hate that for
Yes,
Pakistan.
very
We hope
much
the
so.
rain will stop. At least go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe no more this year.
I hope that they, get the support they need from the EU. I hope that they get the international support. We're hearing a lot in America about the war and the Ukraine, but we are not hearing about these floods. We are not hearing about the problems occurring in the rest of the world, because this is what our news media does, is that it overshadows everything around us. with these sensationalized stories that can be very problematical. Okay, it very scary, very strong loss of life. All right, so back to tech news. Google Play is making a play.
So Trump's Truth Social barred from Google Play. So yeah, Google says the platform violates its policies on prohibiting content like physical threats and incitement of violence. The move makes it difficult for users with Android phones to download the app. Devin Nunes, the CEO of Truth Social, has previously called Google a monopoly. Truth Social launched on Apple's App Store in February, though the rollout was beset by problems. However, the app isn't available on Google Play, where the vast majority of apps are downloaded on Android phones. Last week, Truth Social CEO said the decision on whether the app would be available was up to the Google Play Store, but Google says it's down to Truth Social to comply with its rules. A Google spokesperson told the BBC on August 19th, "We notified Truth Social of several violations of standard policies. Having effective systems for moderating user-generated content is a condition of our terms of service for any app to go live on Google Play," they added.
Right.
Yeah, Google says it's offered Truth Social advice on how to fix the problems, and Truth Social, of course, did not respond to BBC's request for comment. It's often described as free speech platform.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. But now, far from Truth Social being a place of unfettered free speech, the platform, in fact, has many rules on what you can and cannot say.
Right.
In fact, Truth Social has a long list in its terms of service of things that can and cannot be posted. The platform was founded by Mr. Trump and is where the former president chooses to post on social media.
Because he's been turned off all the rest of them for his rhetoric.
Yeah. He was banned from Twitter and Facebook after last year's U.S. Capitol riot. Now, critics argue that Truth Social has a problem with disinformation and hate speech. I can't imagine why. A report released on Monday found 47 verified accounts that promoted QAnon conspiracy theories on the platform. Yeah, that's going to be a hard sell for anyone.
Well, not only that, but apparently they can't pay their bills.
Oh, you expected anything different?
Well, they're at $1.6 million in back due payments. Now, Google and Apple and other companies do not just host your app there for free. There's a fee. Normally sold and took care of by advertisement, but there's a fee. Why would I want to bring on someone that doesn't pay their bills?
True.
And doesn't meet my guidelines?
Well, I honestly, with Google, they're not going to really care whether your company is solvent or not.
No, they're going to care if their check is paid.
Because, anything, for the most part, anything you offer for purchase through the app is going to end up charging through Google.
Right.
I think that's still the law of Google.
Right.
It's definitely the law of Apple. I'm just surprised they managed to get through Apple, or are they still there? I don't know. It's hard to keep up, but apparently Google, which generally has lesser requirements than Apple. There's always this back and forth between the two. But yeah, usually, it's easier to get through Google than Apple.
And apparently it is on Apple still with a 4.5 score.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
However, remember that Apple tracks all your data. they record and report and have been known to release information that should not be released against, not even with court order. They just turn it over for the hell of it.
Yeah. No, I still struggle with this idea that Google is a monopoly. Part of it though, I don't want to necessarily call that entirely it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in its total classic sense, there's only one option. Your option is Google or Apple.
Right.
Realistically, I mean, that's your two smartphones. There really isn't much else.
Right.
Not at this point, anyway. But to call them a monopoly, exactly.
Well, if you notice, that's a dog whistle move. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a dog whistling move. That's a dog whistling move in general. To try to get press to pay attention and that type of thing. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Tracy Van. I provide a blended reading consisting of mediumship, psychic, and tarot cards. A reading from me can cover any guidance you need from relationships with your partner or your family, spiritual, financial, any questions you may need clarity on. If you would like to book an appointment with me, check out my website, tracyvann.com. That's TracyVann.com. I have bookings from 15 to 60 minutes you may choose from. That helps if you just have a quick question, need an answer, or if you're looking for a reading in more depth, I'm here to provide the guidance and clarity for you. Let's just figure it out. Bye.
Hi, I'm Dottie the Psychic, and I'm sure you're wondering why I'm not wearing any makeup. Well, one reason is to irritate my social media manager, Aeson Knight. Hi, Aeson. The other reason is because I like to get to the naked truth about what it means to be a neurodivergent LGBT person with psychic abilities. I've got blogs, and podcasts, and videos, all related to trying to live my best life and helping witches and bitches do the same thing. So, you can check all that out and get a reading from Dottie the Psychic at DOTTIEthepsychic.com. Safe travel and much profit to you.
Hey everybody, Lady Gwendolyn here, and I am here to tell you how to get in contact with me and a little bit about what I do. I am the High Priestess that works with shadow work to help you grow and heal. And I work with access bars, Reiki, I do power forms. I'm recently getting into crystal healing, sound therapy as well. So you can go to Lady Gwendolyn Healing, that is LadyGwendolynHealing.com. Book your appointment with me. I do in person, I do over the phone, I do over Zoom. We can do that as well. My main goal is to help you grow and heal, because I've been there, I'm still going through it, and let my strength help guide you. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Aeson Knight. I provide tarot readings covering everything from love and relationships to your life questions and your spiritual answers. And also, I provide a lot of guidance in finances and divorces and all those relationship problems. So, if you'd like to get a reading from me privately, not on air, you can feel free to do so by visiting aesonknight.com and booking your appointment. I also provide on-demand services, so if your life is a little chaotic, you can go ahead and click that Call Now button there on my site. It'll connect you to Keen, and if you've not been with Keen before, you'll get 3 free minutes to talk with me, so that's great for a quick answer question. All right, guys, back to the show. Enjoy. Bye, y'all. All right. Well, we're covering a lot tonight, guys. but we're going to talk about some fun shit. Now, recently we had a problem in this house. A very bad problem in this house.
Oh no. What was the horrible problem we had in this house?
The horrible damn problem in this house is my mocha macchiatos were discontinued to be replaced with something.
Yes.
What, you may ask?
Oh, he's so mad. He is so mad. I kept my chai tea. My chai tea is still on the shelf at Walmart. This makes him so mad because his mocha macchiato disappeared and got replaced with
pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
And now we have the mothership.
Of course.
The Mecca of coffee releasing their fall coffees.
Yes. So Starbucks released their fall drinks today.
Yes.
Oh.
Of course.
Dude, I wonder, will you like the apple crisp oatmeal macchiato?
Possibly not.
Can't imagine you.
Pumpkin spice latte, I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice frappuccino, I don't want like my pumpkin pie cold. Why would I like a frappuccino and pumpkin spice?
Brenda says pumpkin spice kills everything I like.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
The pumpkin cream cold brew, are we joking?
Oh, no, that could be good.
I don't know. I did not like the pumpkin spice when it came out. I still do not like the pumpkin spice at all.
Yeah.
Now, Joe, you might need to be a little worried.
Oh, no. What do we got? What do we got?
Pumpkin spice chai latte and caramel apple spice latte.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think pumpkin spice is really gonna take my chai latte up a notch.
No, espresso
Like-
takes your chai latte up a notch.
Yeah, I do like my dirty chai latte.
Yeah.
That's a thing. That's a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Is the which obviously I have not had tonight. But the espresso infused chai latte, that's it is good. And it hits different. It really does. Like that's just one little shot of espresso to that is like, wow.
Right.
Yeah. I do like it. I do like that.
Right.
But yeah. So welcome to fall, y'all. Starbucks said it so. Though then again, driving through downtown today, like because I had to go past the stupid street with broken water main. The number of houses already decorated for Halloween, and I'm like, motherfuckers, what the hell?
Well,
Like school just started. It's August. Like I know. I'm preaching to the wrong choir here, but I get it. But it's like, could we just get to?
well, we've got to get ready for the holiday season. I mean, we've got All Hallows Eve, we've got Thanksgiving, we've got Christmas, and then we got Valentine's Day. The 4 major kicking holidays there.
But can't we close the pools first?
No, we don't want to close the pools ever.
Well, no, we don't. But still,
You know, that's been one of my problems this year. We have yet to get to the lake.
like you may not be able to wear white after Labor Day, but can I just request?
Okay, first of all, let's bring it up. This is a highly important debate.
Oh God.
Nobody should wear white unless you are a doctor. Nurses shouldn't have to wear white. You shouldn't wear white before Labor Day. You should not wear white after Labor Day.
Well, I'm just saying though, so if we can't wear white after Labor Day, can we also agree that we cannot have Halloween before it?
As long as they keep Christmas till December 12th, like every other normal human.
Oh, fair. Well, no, I'll allow for Black Friday. You're allowed to pop up a Christmas tree.
Okay.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I think technically, after you clear the dishes for Thanksgiving dinner, you can at least go pick the tree, bring it home, and put it in a stand.
It's going to be drawn out by then.
Whatever. Whatever.
I'm hoping that we get to try a live Christmas tree again this year. And we mean living. We want one to plant in our backyard.
I'm sorry, I just finally read Brenda's message. They had a meat in the deli at a local store last year, and it had a pumpkin spice rub or sauce that had been baked in. So each slice had that edge.
Ew.
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 Ew. No. Like,
No.
don't get me wrong, I like some, pumpkin pie after
Mhm.
my ham.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. That's fine for me. I really enjoy that. I don't like mixing them together. I'm not my great grandfather. I do not have this firm belief that it does not matter what I put on my plate and how I put it there, because it's all going to the same place anyway. So what does it matter? Just pour gravy on it. Just pour gravy on it. That was a direct quote apparently from my great grandfather. Which I can follow that one, but no, don't combine my pumpkin pie and my ham.
No.
No. I mean, granted, let's get real though. Pumpkin pie spice, correct me if I'm wrong, it is clove,
Cinnamon.
cinnamon,
Allspice.
allspice,
Nutmeg, which you need to be
nutmeg.
careful with because it's poisonous and you can only use so much of it. So if you mix it wrong, you could actually kill somebody.
Oh no, a lot of dead basic bitches. It's a travesty. Here's your PSA. Uggs. Anyway. I'm sorry, that was heartless. We shouldn't be so mean. But if you know a basic bitch,
10 grams, the
rules.
approximately of 2 tablespoons is enough nutmeg to cause major toxicity.
So basically, 24, pumpkin spice drinks is probably enough to take a basic bitch out. So if you hate someone this year that's a basic bitch, get them a fucking Starbucks card for Christmas. The more you know.
No,
No.
you don't actually get most of the times real nutmeg isn't used in the United States.
Ashley! She's here. So real nutmeg isn't used in the U.S.? What the hell
No,
are we
it's like
getting?
most
What
of the
is
times we
fake
don't get
nutmeg?
real cinnamon either.
Busy with the move. Okay, so Ashley, you got to replay later. Like, he did a tarot reading, and you'll like it. You'll like it.
All right.
Because I literally said, "Where's Ashley?"
Uh-huh.
Like, so yeah, I hope you get to watch that part.
Yeah, but no, apparently 2 tablespoons. This can actually kill you faster than Daviana.
Okay, one, apparently we don't even get the real stuff, so
That's the pre-powdered
what is our nutmeg? What is our faux nutmeg in the U.S.? I try, Ashley, I try. Oh goodness. But no, so how's the move going? Like, you're busy with it, but how's it going?
Give me a minute. I've got to wait for a damn graphic to load.
Of course.
Anyhow, no, it's like cinnamon. We don't get real cinnamon most of the time.
What is it?
It's another plant that tastes like it.
Can we stop having substitutions?
No, because some things will kill you.
Well, no, I get that. You don't want to have like a homicidal quantity of nutmeg in your Kroger. I get that.
Right.
But it's like the corn syrup honey, the, horseradish wasabi, like, oh, and what about anise? Oh, she's asking, is it anise?
It
Like,
is.
I'd be so annoyed to find that out.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I know why I don't like pumpkin spice anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I barely use anise, and God, that's why everything that has fake nutmeg messes with me.
Right.
What the hell?
And it's cassia. I'll send this to you. Is what fake cinnamon is.
All right, send it over. Where's it going? Because I don't have Facebook open. Oh no, yes I do.
It's in private.
Okay, well, sorry, it just
Pass the
came
note
through.
over to you.
Cassia.
Cassia.
How's Cassia?
Uh-huh.
That's Cassia. Like, and more importantly, how much does this shit mess up spell work? Like, there's an expose for you, honey.
It messes it
There
up a
is
lot because it doesn't have the
expose.
same principles.
So cassia tends to be a dark brown red color with thicker sticks and a rougher texture than Ceylon cinnamon. Cassia cinnamon is considered lower quality, is very cheap, and is the type most commonly consumed around the world. Almost all cinnamon found in supermarkets is the cassia variety.
Right.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, this is why you only go to reputable dealers. And when I mean reputable, you only go to places like Earth Magic or Whole Foods to buy certain things.
Yeah, so the difference is Cinnamomum cassia is similar to that of true cinnamon, which is Cinnamomum verum.
Mm-hmm.
So it's closely related, but anyone want to sit here and imagine, like, I'm just curious. I'm curious because this is your realm.
Mm-hmm.
How much are y'all basically running around with like old spell work?
Mm-hmm.
And you're effectively throwing anise instead of nutmeg,
Uh-huh.
or cassia cinnamon instead of true cinnamon.
Uh-huh.
Like, and how much damage are you doing with this? Like, does it matter? How much does it matter?
It depends on its properties and its elementals, and I'm quite sure they're different. This is why you have to be very careful about your spell things.
Oh no. Oh no, not cassava. No, cassia. Cassia. Cassia.
Right, but also cassava is a substitute for nutmeg. Reparatancy spices are here. Sorry, my tongue and reading brain is not working tonight. Dyslexia is high.
Dyslexia is high with this one.
Yep.
Rempatri spice.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Like, what? Why am I having to look shit up?
You're having to look
false
shit.
Nutmeg. Literally, Rempatri spice is false nutmeg.
Yes.
Like, apparently it fights against cancer, claims the BARC.
Uh-huh.
Whatever the BARC is, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It's an Indian verification company. But no, this is why your husband is so picky about where he buys his spices at.
You are not picky about where you buy your spices at. You have bought spices at Dollar Tree. Don't even try it.
Not for spell work.
Nuh-uh. Yes, you did.
What did I buy at Dollar Tree for spell work?
You bought candles and cinnamon and all kinds of stuff for the candle magic class.
Yes, but did you see that I bought a Pacific one?
No.
Did you see that I read the label?
No.
Do you not see that I read the label in general? Kelly, I need a birth date, honey.
Month, day, and year?
Yes.
Thank you.
But yes, you have to be careful. Yes, the Dollar Tree does get real spices. We have real nutmeg in the house that is real nutmeg. Not McCormick, but real nutmeg. Yours,
Not
Kelly.
his. We need yours, Kelly. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. So Kelly, May 23rd, 96. Thank you for the quick correction. That worked out beautifully. What are Kevin's feelings towards me?
All right. Kelly, you need to work on your money. All right. And the reason I say that is the first time I pulled everything was Pentacles, and I'm like, she didn't have no money. But you need to handle your money.
It's the message you need, not the message you asked for.
Yeah. So let's go about your message you asked for. Kevin sees you as very attractive, very comfortable, very willing. He right now is trying to figure out which direction you need to be doing things, and you need to be getting things to care over. He also thinks you can be over dramatic, but he likes traveling with you. So with that, I think that there's going to be a little bit more growth between you and Kevin.
There we go.
And her commentary to the cards was, yes, I know I do.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Can anyone else point out that sometimes tarot cards are just a bit like your mother?
Debatably.
Like most people's. They're a little nag.
Yeah.
They naggle.
But no, part of understanding the dealing with spices is understanding what spices are used and why they're used, and then also understanding what is real spices versus what is fake spices. Example: the reptilian, the fake nutmeg cannot kill you. Real nutmeg, 2 tablespoons of it will kill you. That's why you never put more than 1/4 of a teaspoon in anything you make, no matter the size.
Well, now I feel better about some of the things I've just sprinkled the hell out of some nutmeg on.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, nutmeg I like. I really do. Well, I mean, on some things.
Right.
Like, but no. Like, anise? Damn. No. Like, see, I have one recipe that requires anise.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good in that recipe, but I often debate whether I should take it out because it's a tomato sauce. The reason I debate that is because that tomato sauce already gives me indigestion.
Yes, you should take it out because anise doesn't belong in a tomato sauce. It's like basil. No, bay leaves. You take it out.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, it's a really strong flavor. Like, and when I say it goes in this recipe, I'm talking about like I mean a pinch.
Right.
Like, it's like 1/8 of a teaspoon goes into the sauce recipe. It does something for the flavor of the sauce. Don't get me wrong. It makes the sauce great. But, the indigestion that comes with it, like, believe me, if I get a little more than 1/8 of a teaspoon, I know it quickly. Oof.
Yep.
Oof.
Well, let me break down what your grandma's doing here now.
What's her spell work? What is she up to?
Well,
what has she done?
Let's talk. You read, I'll talk.
So my Ashley says my grandma boils anise, oranges, and cinnamon sticks during the fall, winter to make the house smell good.
Yeah. It's not really to make the house smell good. While yes, it does make the house smell good. We have oranges. Oranges bring sunlight, which means money, growth, life. We have anise, which is a star. It's guidance. It's information. It also helps with the, making right choices, right decisions. Then we have cinnamon sticks, and cinnamon is like gasoline. It wants it fast now, quick. So boil them on the stove will make money come in, make health better. It actually will probably putting that all together, make things quickly come together. So when we look at the traditional home, and the hardest months are the fall and winter. Those are the times when money is the tightest because the bills are the highest, no matter where you are.
Yeah. Well, but here's the good question. What happens if it's fake cinnamon sticks?
Then it's slower.
Okay. So maybe go for the real cinnamon.
Right.
Speed it up. Quit working with diesel when you need gasoline.
Right.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No, I'm just curious because like this becomes a thing and like substitutions are a thing, but when you don't know the substitutions exist, it's a little scary. Oh, goodness.
Okay, I just pulled the article. Give me a minute.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Ouch. Okay. But yeah.
I like Find Your Happy Place. It's a lovely website.
Find your happy place?
Mm-hmm.
That's so random. Like, how did we go from you sent me an article about a thing and then find your happy place? Like, have you just started getting commercials beamed from the other side?
No, this is a website I'm actually looking at. Their website is Find Your Happy Place, and it's one of the things I turn to often for herbal stuff.
Does it caution against using fake cinnamon and knowing the difference?
Nope, it's comparing them actually.
Ooh, cool.
Because they're both part of the same family, and relatively, and this relates to, like most circles, make both Kernice and interchangeable. Kernice is often referred to and sold as cinnamon more often than true cinnamon. You can use to tell the difference between the color and thickness of the sticks. Kernice is thicker and darker in color, while true cinnamon is lighter in color and thicker. The flavor and scents are also a dead giveaway. Kernice is much more stronger cinnamon scented and flavor compared to true cinnamon. Cinnamon is made also anointing oils and can be used in tools, blah, blah, blah.
So I'm sorry, they're like fake cinnamon is more cinnamon than cinnamon?
Right. It's because it's infused with oils.
Okay. Oh, I get where you're at there. Got it. All right. Fair enough. So does that make it less like gasoline, more like kerosene?
More like rubbing alcohol and biodiesel.
Okay. Like they'll both get you there.
Yeah.
Want to blow you up, but they'll both get you there.
Right.
Fair enough. But yeah.
Yeah. Why? Again, they both get you there, but they're not going to be doing that all at the same. Right. So if you happen to be using Sirisa, realize that you're going to have to double the effect, meaning double the amount of cinnamon used in the spell, for it to actually do the same properties.
Yeah. Now, here's the bigger question is, how do you know if you run across older spell work that it's referring to true cinnamon versus fake shit?
Well, if you're running across...
Well, because here's my concern is if you get in this mindset and you're telling everyone, well, anytime you see the amount of cinnamon, just double it. But then you inadvertently cross the barrier where something is written for new cinnamon, and then you tell someone to double it.
Okay.
Versus something's older and this you need to make the conversion.
All right. So here's the thought and the idea behind that to explain it to you in a normal world situation. You order a phone case from Amazon. It says it gets here in 2 weeks. All right. You order a phone case from Amazon and it says it gets here in 2 days. Is the end result the same?
Well, you get your phone case, but oh God. Never mind. Ashley's already like living in like 2318.
Right.
Because she just quadruples it anyway.
Yeah.
So what the hell?
Okay. So.
Oh, use real names instead of cinnamon. That would be a good one.
Yes.
Like, start actually calling out your real ingredients.
Right. But also, one, if you're using old spell work, you ought to have adapted it for yourself. Two, it's just going to get there faster if you use the real stuff in the originally designed. Like, if the spell was supposed to last for a full moon cycle, it's going to last for a quarter change.
Okay. Shannon says, more good mojo, shake it in there like you do with garlic. Listen to your ancestors before you stop. Apparently, Aeson's ancestors were vampire hunters if you go by his garlic usage. Because, dear sweet Jesus, the amount he puts in spaghetti sauce.
Hey, you had lasagna tonight, and you did fine with it.
I know. I think you finally learned that, like, apparently my ancestors were part vampire, and you're slowly killing me. So maybe dial it back a notch.
Well, you know.
Oh, Shannon eats straight garlic. Oh, no. No. No, please no. Yeah, he learned I was a vampire.
Uh-huh.
We're just going to stop all comments there and move right along.
All right. So I've bookmarked a recipe that I will be sending out to my Patreons. That is for success cookies, because I know we're getting into cookie baking season.
Cookie recipes.
All right. Bed Bath & Beyond just grabbed a lifeline of $375 million in loans.
Yep. So that's ahead of Crunch holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So investors hope the retailer's interim CEO, Sue Gov, will also provide specifics on how she plans to rebrand the chain. Steer it back to profitability when she speaks on Wednesday.
Right.
Once known for providing many shoppers with 20% off coupons, Bed Bath & Beyond overhauled its merchandise in recent years to focus on own brand or private label products, including its Our Table brand cookware, but the retailer's strategy flopped. Sales plunged 25%, and it lost $358 million in its first quarter ended May 28th. Ew.
Well,
Ooh.
see,
Talk about
problem.
Talk about your consumers, though, showing up and being like, I don't think so.
Well, here's why. Okay, and I will bring up a key example right on stream, and we will talk about it. Everyone knows Aeson loves his candles. He loves his candles. He's very specific about his candles he likes. He's very much like... I'm
sorry, Shannon's comment got me.
Well, you need to look at Brenda's above it.
Oh, so she's sitting there writing down ingredients for a cookie.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shannon comes up and goes, look, basic bitches who normally shop there have been hard hit with the panini.
No. If we take a look at the screen, we are showing the main reason Bed Bath & Beyond is failing and losing profitability.
Mm-hmm.
This candle used to be $8 ordered.
$23.99, 1919, get 20% off. Whatever that says. Oh, something about their Bed Bath & Beyond rewards, I guess, or whatever. Yeah. 23. Yeah. I mean, granted, Yankee Candle can be expensive, depending. But those look like the little fuckers.
These are the little fuckers.
Like, it's a new jar, so I'm having trouble.
It's a new jar. It is the same small little candle. It is the 2-day burning candle.
Well, I mean, granted, Bed Bath & Beyond's always been expensive.
No, not when they came out with their candles.
Okay, fair enough. But Like, I mean, in general, the store itself was usually expensive.
But
Like, it's where that 20% really comes in, though.
Right. It's where the 20% comes in. It's where the organizational of different things come in. This is where, we pay attention to the sales and we hit the sales and we buy in bulk and we use our coupons. But when a candle has went from $7.99 to $23, you CEO, do you not get basic math that you've priced yourself out of the market?
So Shannon goes for the huge candles that look like I could put half a gallon of milk in it, that Better Homes and Gardens makes for like 20.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and I don't burn it. It fills the house with scent just opening it.
Exactly.
Yes.
You can get a 5-wick green candle for $20 from Better Homes and Gardens.
Yeah, I think a lot of companies took a page from the Yankee Candle Company playbook. Like, I just have to say that Yankee Candle, 22 years ago, had already figured out you really didn't need a candle to burn it to scent your house.
Mm-hmm.
You could just sell a candle with so much scent crammed into that wax that, like, the mere act of being near it, like, that's it. Like, you didn't have to open it.
Right.
Like, good luck. Like, but here's the problem with the Yankee Candle Company idea back then is that display that you would see, because Yankee Candle, I will give them a lot of like credit as a company. They did some beautiful work. But that display, the one mistake they made, or the one genius move, I never have figured out which, is the displays had halogen lighting. Like, oh my God, the amount of heat. Like, projector bulbs is what we're talking about on that damn display, shooting down at this rack of all of their variety of candles. And it just, you can't turn it off. You can't turn it off. It heated that rack up and cooked those candles on the shelf. Like, it's great if you're a customer and you walk into the store and, what's that? And then you walk over and you go, wow, the candles. Okay, right. Working at a Hallmark store for 8 hours a day? It was a long time before I could say the words Yankee Candle without having an involuntary nervous tick. Okay? Because you mix all of that together, 8 hours a day, day after day after day. I had clothing that just smelled like an entire Yankee Candle exploded on it.
Right.
The smell would not come out. You could wash it from now on. The smell was just into that fabric and was not coming out.
Right.
I had to throw the clothing away to get rid of the smell, so I didn't feel like at home I was still working at that Hallmark store.
And you still give me shit over my holy water.
Yes, that's how much worse it is than a Yankee Candle Company display from the early 2000s with the projector bulbs. Like, and I still haven't decided if that was the most genius thing in terms of, like, they took that Cinnabon concept and just whoop, or if it was like the oops. Like, you chose great lighting in 2000. Like, this was your choice. It was the only choice. You had to make a choice. This is what you had. And used it. And didn't really think it through.
Right.
Because it cooked those candles. Oh my God. Did it they just sat there. That display cooked 24 hours a day because you could not turn the lights off.
Right.
Like, it was insane. We were happy when the bulbs blew. Believe me, I will scrape up glass all day long just to get the moment of half-cooked candles
Mm-hmm.
because it had 2 bulbs.
Right. All right. Let me answer Ashley's question.
All right. So Ashley, 8/26/96. Sunny and I made candles this past weekend for our anniversary. I made his with pineapple, honey, vanilla, and amber musk. Do any of these have properties that have significance?
Well, all of them have properties. First of all, we have pineapple. Its properties are very well noted, as it is a Polynesian fruit. Pineapple is for a few different things. It aids in labor. Um, but pineapple is a masculine ruled by the sun, is useful in money, luck, and fertility. And oddly, chastity rituals. Honey is for love, it is for passion, it is for creativity. Vanilla is for purity of all sorts. And musk in general, Egyptian or amber, are both for masculinity.
Oh.
So create a sentence out of that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You work that one. I was stuck over here on Shannon's comment, but we'll get there in a minute.
Okay. Knew that one was about the Berlimian.
Shannon says, someone trying to make a baby?
Or some money.
Do you want a baby? Because this is how you get a baby. You make a candle.
Yeah.
Ashley said the Tylenol PM is kicking in, but I'll replay. Good deal.
All right. So anyway, Bed Bath & Beyond, you better resurrect yourself. And my first question is, go in there and cut your fucking prices.
I don't know. Are we in a post Bed Bath & Beyond world finally?
I don't know. Like
I like years ago, I loved going to Bed Bath & Beyond. I have to say, that's one store I haven't missed. I moved back to West Virginia. You find a Bed Bath & Beyond.
Charleston.
Right, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah. I couldn't even begin to tell you where a Bed Bath & Beyond was.
Right.
Like, I could assume if someone asked and say, well, probably Charleston or Morgantown, like those are your two best places. But no, like, I remember loving it, and then I remember just, no.
Yeah. See, I like it, but I like it on a 85% off sale with 3 coupons in my pocket, going there for a mission.
Oh, no. See, it was a friend of mine that drugged me there. Now, I do want to address Shannon's comment. So she was like, oh, don't worry. I have vanilla. My vanilla candle smells so strong that the hubby would be like, where's the vanilla ice cream from the next room?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. I see the 90s burnt me out.
Uh-huh.
Burned me out on vanilla.
Okay.
I've just now gotten to the point I can stand the smell of vanilla. Because again, the 90s, oh my God. Let's just start at Vanilla Fields and work our way through.
Vanilla Fields.
I hate that damn perfume.
I love the male version of that perfume on a hot day.
Mm-mm. But no, the 90s, everything was vanilla.
Right.
Vanilla candles and vanilla this and vanilla, like, car scent things and vanilla. And then, dear sweet Jesus, help us all. Fucking, oh shit, what's the stupid store? It's not Bed Bath & Beyond, but it's just as fucked up. Bath & Body Works.
Right.
Vanilla everything there too.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't vanilla, it was tropical. Because apparently SpongeBob dictated what the hell we were all supposed to smell in the 2000s, in the 90s. Like, I don't know how that worked, but hey, that's what it was. Like, no, it went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ooh, milk, Sprite, and vanilla syrup. Okay, see, no, I actually like real vanilla. Don't get me wrong. I like real vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla scented doesn't work for me. Oh, but anywho, okay. But milk, Sprite, and vanilla syrup.
Yes, and to Brenda's question about needing to go find it, go to Walmart. They have it there. They'll have samples that you can smell.
Oh, Lord. It's very vanilla.
Uh-huh.
Like, ooh. Like, I can still catch when someone's wearing that, and it's like, okay.
It's like I can tell the difference between white diamonds and vanilla fields. A lot of people can't.
Oh, no, they're very different.
I know, but a lot of people go, "Is that white diamonds?" I'm like, "No, it's vanilla fields."
No, it's vanilla fields. But no, like, yeah, no, I like vanilla hits me. Vanilla scented. Let me clarify, just so we're clear.
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla scented things hit me like little old ladies and rose.
Ooh.
No, I hate. Well, that's another one. Like there is nothing like you can like have all the plastic surgery, hair dye, like fashion forward sense of the world, but you throw rose based cologne on. I know at this point you are north of 70. You
Okay.
have to be.
Is that why you threw a fit last week?
What? What did you do? Oh, you did use rose oil for the house. Well, see, now floral anything tends to send me into the, the farts of Eleanor Roosevelt's ghost
Mm-hmm.
mentality, because
Right.
that's my thoughts. Like I assume that every time I smell something that is overtly floral, like that stupid bathroom spray, or like you get the idea. I feel like this is what Eleanor Roosevelt farting would have smelled.
Right.
I do. That's what I think. It's the ghost of Eleanor Roosevelt
Mm-hmm.
with flatulence. Anywho, moving right along.
Moving along. So I think we need to move into Are You an Asshole?
All right. Am I the asshole for buying my niece fancy birthday gifts, but refusing to buy school supplies for my nephews who need them? My sister Jennifer is a horrible person. My sister divorced her first husband, Wayne, to marry her current husband, Lance. Lance is also an awful person. Lance said that he didn't want to raise Wayne and Jennifer's daughter, Andrea, and he only cared about having biological children. Jennifer gave full custody to Wayne, the first husband, the bio dad of Andrea, because Lance was more important to her than Andrea. No one in the family has spoken to Jennifer since. Andrea was 3 when Jennifer left her for Lance. Andrea just started 5th grade and is being raised by Wayne and his wife, Emily. Andrea knows Emily is not her biological mother, but my niece says Emily is her real mom anyway, and she doesn't care to know who her birth mom is. We have a great child therapist ready if Andrea ever needs her, but Andrea says she has not needed it yet. Andrea's birthday was 2 weeks ago. We went to Build-A-Bear and I bought her a bear with several accessories. I also got her a Mickey Mouse waffle maker. Andrea was so happy that she was smiling the entire day. Wayne and Emily posted pictures of Andrea on the family website eating Mickey Mouse waffles, saying they were delicious, courtesy of myself. I blocked Jennifer on all social media. It was a friend who got a message from Jennifer that was meant to go to me. Jennifer explained in the message that my nephews, Colton and Ryder, were starting school soon, and she and Lance were struggling to afford school supplies. And because I was buying fancy gifts for Andrea, I could surely spare $100 to cover both Colton and Ryder's school supplies. I don't even know how Jennifer found those pictures because the family website is supposed to be password protected. I responded to Jennifer that I would not be sending a dime to her or Lance. She abandoned Andrea for some guy. She doesn't get to come back to the family she abandoned now that she needs a favor. And besides, she and Lance are grown-ups, and if they can't afford things, then it's not my problem. Jennifer told me how awful of an uncle I was and kept trying to get me to call her, but I had my friend block her and that was over. Several people, like my coworker, are saying that I should be the bigger person for Ryder and Colton because they're innocent in this and it's unfair they go without school supplies because their parents can't afford them. They said I could donate the school supplies directly so I wouldn't have to worry about Jennifer or Lance spending the money poorly. I have no relationship with my nephews, and people are saying this is a great opportunity to become involved in their lives and be a positive role model where Jennifer and Lance may be failing them. I get it's not fair to Ryder and Colton, but it's ridiculous for me to subsidize their schooling expenses while having no physical or emotional role in their life. Besides, if Jennifer and Lance genuinely can't afford school supplies, there are programs to help them. Is Uncle OP the asshole?
No.
Oh, and more specifically, I think, am I the asshole because I can afford school supplies for my nephews, but I'm letting them go without? I'm also missing this potential opportunity to be more involved in their lives. No. I like, and it's a struggle, and I get where like your coworkers are coming from, and I get where people are coming from. Here's the thing. I'm over the guilt.
Yeah.
You know what? I help who I can. I do for who I can. And then I just have to assume someone else will step up and figure it out.
Well, here's the problem.
You know what I mean?
And here's the bigger problem. In general.
Mm-hmm.
They have not allowed a relationship with the nephews. They have not allowed the nephews to have anything to do with this, with the OP. They have divorced, in all actuality, and abandoned one child. Because it's not biologically his.
Well, more importantly, she chose a douche canoe who would like force her into that choice.
Again.
And then went with it.
Right.
And then went with it.
No.
Like,
no, you spend your resources on all that you have a connection with. I'm in this situation in a way, but not in this situation.
Okay.
I have family members I have no relationship with. I've never even set sight on them. I have family members that can call me right now, and it's like, yeah, let me see if I can arrange a plane ticket for you. We'll make this work. The difference is I have a relationship with the ones that I will make it work because they have built a relationship with me. For this sister to come back into the picture after doing what she did to her own daughter, and to think that because you're doing good for her now ex-daughter.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. It feels very like scammy. And I get that means that Colton and Ryder probably have really awful parents, just as OP has said.
Right.
But again, I kind of go back to I'm over the guilt. Like, I don't even need the backstory, really. Like, you don't have to make her a villain. You don't have to, like, point out every horrible thing she's done. I just think at some point, you have to recognize you do what you can for who you can. And then you have to hope someone else steps up.
Right.
I cannot be the world's problem solver.
Right.
I can't solve every injustice, indignity, unfortunate situation in the known universe.
Right.
Nor can I carry that around with me. That, like, don't feel bad. You can't do this, or you don't want to.
Right.
Like, don't force yourself to do a thing you don't want to do
Right.
just because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
And at some point, you have to recognize I'm helping who I can. I'm doing the best for the people I can that are in my life, that are in my universe.
Right.
And I'm sorry if you're outside of that.
Right.
Someone else, you will hopefully be in their universe and they will fix it.
Right.
And do right by you.
Right.
You know? I mean, like, I think that's all we ever have.
Right.
Or should hope for.
Correct.
So.
In my opinion, not the asshole.
No.
Not the asshole in general.
Not the asshole.
If they're only coming to you for a hand out, not to
Yeah.
build a relationship, then you have an issue.
I mean, I would think it would have been a better life choice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're sitting there going, the grass is greener.
Right.
You know, start with a hi, how's it going?
Right.
And then work from there, not just like the, hi, it's the American Red Cross, we would like your money, here's the poor starving children.
Right.
Like, no. And I'm sorry.
There is Backpack to You School. There is, 100 other programs there.
Yeah.
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 All right. On to relationship advice. And this one's a little weirder.
All right. So, yeah, my husband's boss refers to another employee as my husband's work wife. I don't know why the paranoia is hitting so hard right now. I've never really felt paranoid about my husband cheating or anything like that, so I don't know where this is coming from. Basically, my husband called me letting me know he's on his way home. He was working late, helping his boss move the office to another location. He was telling me about his day, about how his coworker, Mark, brought in the makings of a sandwich and started making everyone in the office sandwiches for lunch. A bit weird, in my opinion, but whatever. So, husband and Serena, the work wife, both have basically identical sandwiches now, and the boss walks in and says to him, "Are you guys sharing a sandwich?" To which my husband responds, "No," and explains the surprise lunch. I asked him why he thought his boss thought he and Serena were sharing a sandwich, and he told me that his boss has been saying Serena is like his work wife because they always joke around together and get each other coffee. I asked, "How long has your boss been calling her your work wife?" And he told me it's been like a few weeks. Also, I didn't think anything of it at the time, but now that I'm writing all this out, I have noticed that over the past couple weeks, he's twice picked her up a case of Gatorade from Costco and brought it to her home. And when we stopped by the liquor store, he got her 2 cases of wine because he had told her where we were going by text. This was on a Saturday, and later brought them to her house. On every occasion, she has reimbursed him by e-transfer. I know because we share the same bank account.
What's your problem?
What? Like, I'm trying to figure out, what are they asking? Like, do you think my husband is cheating? Is that the question? Do you think that I'm being overly sensitive? Is that the question? Do you think that, like, your husband's slipping up and telling you there's a thing brewing at work? Like, well, what is your question?
The question is, they have a problem with the term work wife.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are the wife.
Right.
And they get this overly sensitive because there's a friendship building there with another female, and it causes them insecurity.
No. I mean, no. No. I don't get it. I think you're way overreacting, and you need to just invest in the humor of the work wife concept.
Right.
And just roll with it. Get her honestly, if you really are feeling bad, just get her an iron for Christmas and tell her that as his work wife, you can iron his shirts.
Right.
And move on with it. Everyone gets a giggle, and we just are done with that.
Right. But
give her a chore.
Give her a try. And it can be a bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, sit down. Let's have a conversation.
Mhm.
Work wives and husbands can be useful because guess what? If you want something, you tell the work wife, and the work wife, when he goes, I don't know what to get him for his anniversary, will tell you.
Yes. Yes. No, sorry. I mean, I think you could basically call my friend Sherry my previous work wife.
Yep.
And like like we had dinners and like we palled around all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And her husband was thrilled.
Yeah, it's like, thank
Because
God you get
we-
to deal with her whining about the boss, not paying
Okay,
extra to
no.
move at office.
No, it wasn't even like that. Well, okay, it was sort of like that. But anywho, no, I mean, like this worked out really, really well. We ended up being neighbors
Right.
because, of course, when I needed to move, I was talking about it at work, and
Right.
it was like Sherry had this covered, and
Right.
she's like, "I know just the place. We have vacancies in my apartment complex in my building.
Right.
We lived like 4 or 5 doors down from each other."
Right.
And it was great. Like, her husband doesn't drive.
Right.
And like, you know, this opened up a lot of things. Like we used to ride share. I would take him to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like no, it's not sexual. It's not emotionally cheating
Right.
to have a work wife or husband.
Right.
Like it's just a friendship between people of the opposite sex,
Mm-hmm.
and
Or the same
that's
sex.
okay. Or the same, yeah. Though I can't say I've ever had a work husband. I don't
I've
think
had
I've
a few
ever.
work husbands. I like work husbands because I can normally then get them to understand what I need to happen.
Well, fair. But no, yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God. So Shannon says my husband had a harem of work wives, male and female, and he'd make jokes like second wife is calling, it was his boss. Fourth wife is calling, it was the nursery worker. So, I love it. I'm down.
Yeah.
Down. Like, yes.
Yes.
Like, no, it's kind of funny, it's kind of silly. You run with it.
Exactly.
And it's one of those things like, be grateful that someone at work has your spouse's back and is like trying to make sure that they get through the day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it comes in handy. Like,
Yeah.
Like, sorry, my work wife was diabetic.
Uh-huh.
You better believe I will move some things around in my day to make sure.
Uh-huh.
Get your ass up and get your fucking lunch.
Uh-huh.
You need to eat.
Uh-huh.
Like, are you? No. We're gonna argue. You need to eat.
Yeah.
Like you don't get choices.
But no, I don't get this, and I'm going to say this very bluntly. I do not get why mono relationships have this fear of someone going to replace them.
That is the screwed up part of monogamy.
Yeah.
Is kind of you build this temple around it's a very structured concept.
Mm-hmm.
Is you build a temple around the idea
Mm-hmm.
of one man, one woman is a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one ever for all recorded time.
Right.
And that's it. That's all you got. Like you were supposed to be a virgin when you got married. And all of this, you build a shrine around that.
Right.
And the problem is the shrine is basically just made out of gold leaf.
Right.
Strung together with some really crappy poles.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is literally
Mm-hmm.
constantly being attacked by anything
Right.
that devalues it or that comes near it.
Right.
At least in your mind, because you know it's a crappy temple.
Uh-huh.
It's a really crappy temple. It looks pretty, but it's gold leaf.
Right.
Like a strong breeze threatens it. So inevitably, you have to react that everything is a threat.
Right.
That's the only
Again,
way
I
that
don't
works.
get it. I really, really recommend if you are in a mono relationship, get the book, the Jealousy Workbook, and go through it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh, absolutely.
please.
All right.
All right, guys. Some announcements, and then we're going to wrap this up. First off, baristas, you have a chat tomorrow night. We have some important topics and decisions to make on the network. If you are a barista, please remember to join the Zoom chat that will be posted. 2, Mountain Bears will be on at 8 p.m. this Friday, and we will be discussing things going on there. There will be some other information out that, the baristas still have to decide, and I'll make the announcements with that. Because as you know, our baristas are the ones that help make this network, laugh this network, and create this network. So with that, take it away, Vanna.
All right. So, of course, we want to thank Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Brenda Bryant, Ashley Guest, Shannon C, Shannon D, Lady Gwendolyn, Charles Shaw, Dottie the Psychic, Tracy Van, Donna White, and the Laughing Tree Grove. If you'd like to learn more about us, the show, or how you too can become a Patreon sponsor and receive all the wonderful benefits our baristas receive, please visit us at pcspnetwork.com.
All right, y'all. You have a great night, and we'll see our baristas tomorrow. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. But I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now.